Tampereella lauantai-illassa vastakkain Tappara ja K-Espoo, lopputulos tänään 3-4. Pelin jälkeen paikalla päävalmentajat Jyrki Aho K-Espoosta ja Rickard Grönborg Tapparasta. Ja aloitetaan tuttuun tapaan sieltä vieraiden leiristä. Jyrki, ensinnäkin onnittelut K-Espoolle. Kuinka hyvin peli sujui noin niin kuin etukäteispelikirjan mukaisesti?
I don't know about those playbooks or game books, but the first period, basically Tappara is a really good team, so you have to be on your heels all the time. But we got 2 chances in the first period and we scored twice, so have to be happy about those goals. Tappara was a bit better. The second period there was a lot of things what I wasn't so happy about and lots of good things at the same time. So especially of course the goals. They means a lot, kind of like the result-wise, of course, but also kind of like during the game when you get the lead. The start of the third, we were not so good, of course. That's also credit for the Tappara that they came exactly the way what I was expecting, but also happy about that we were able to keep the lead until the end. So kind of like we really needed points. So it was a big victory for us.
Big victory, of course, and one very good news for you team is obviously that finally you got Arne Talvitie to the lineup. What kind of thoughts you have about his game?
Yeah, the first game for him, and he has been waiting that quite a long time to come back, and now of course it's nice to get the guys back. But at the same time we will see most probably Arska will not play next week all of those games, but kind of like we try to get those injured players back and get ice time for them, so we will see how the next week will go.
I want to ask you about one situation in the game. It was in the second period. The referee was about to call a tripping penalty for Tappara. And is this correct that did Joni Jurmo said to the ref that it was not a penalty?
I don't know what he said, but that wasn't the penalty, of course. Like that's the second thing, that when he fell down, Tappara had a chance to get the 3-1 situation there. So from that wise, it was a little bit bad call from the ref, but it wasn't, at least not on my eyes, that it wasn't penalty. So it was a right call, and that's from that side, that was good that there wasn't penalty coming from that situation.
It seems to me that he told the ref that there was nothing, so if it's so, I really appreciate it. Your next game, of course, it's a big match. You're fighting about those playoff spots, so you could it on Wednesday. Do you already have some thoughts of that?
Yes.
What kind of?
All kind of.
Okay. We'll see that on Wednesday. Thank you, Jyrki. Rickard, for Tappara it was a very difficult night, kind of nightmare start. They got a couple of breakaways in the first period and very hard after that.
I think Jyrki is pretty generous when he said that we were playing well. I think there was times I actually was pretty happy with the way we were playing in the first period, but you know those 2 goals we can't give them up. Like at the end of the day, that's too simple. I think we did a pretty good job of trying to get back in the second period, and again then we have a long shift against, and that's a long shift at own end, and that's when you have to compete. You can't give up a goal 10 seconds left of that period. I think we tried again in the third period, but you know it seems like we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot a little bit, not taking anything away from Espoo's with victory, because they did a lot of good stuff. But boy, we need to figure this out if we're going to play playoffs. That we can't give up those goals too easily. I mean, last few games we given up way too many goals.
What kind of challenge is that? Of course, Joakim Blichfeld is now in the Olympics. Also, one of your coaching staff, Aki Näykki, is over there. What kind of affections that has?
Well, awesome for them. Like what a great experience for those guys. I'm super happy. I think that we're proud of them as an organization. That's no question of that. But we're not talking about the guys that are not here. We're talking about the guys that are here. And it gives an opportunity for other players to play up and play in different situations and play more time. So, you know, an organization should be able to handle that. A couple of guys are out in the lineup. But you know, there was a lot of good stuff in that game. You know, Espoo is a very good opponent when it comes to transition. It's just I think we gave it up a little bit too easily, those goals, and we need to find a way of the especially the third goal right before the period is ending. But yeah, again, back at it. I'm looking forward to next game and just keep going. I mean, these are things in a season you have to go through. You have to go through some ups and some downs. We need to earn some more wins, and we need to play a little bit smarter than we did tonight.
Talking about that next game, it's not until Friday, so you have a few days to practice something. But what's the main thing with practicing?
We have a heavy training load right now, and that's planned. That we need to train pretty hard right now. And but that is said, and we're going to do that again for next week, and we have a few more weeks of that before we taper off. But I'm looking forward this week. There's some things that we need to tighten up. But again, it's nice to see a couple of guys back in the lineup, and it's also nice to see that that we have some guys that are really competing. But again, we need to find ways to win, not to lose. So.
Yeah, we'll see about that next time on Friday. Oliko medialla kysyttävää? Näitä pyöritellään, joten olemme valmiit. Thank you both coaches.
Thank you.
Yes.